I am back today with an insanely impressive 1X Prism optic. This setup is truly a game changer and it comes from Primary Arms. This is their brand new SLX1X Micro Prism optic with their ACSS reticle, shake awake technology, and true daytime brightness. This blows me away at the quality specs and just everything you get inside the box for the mounting solutions at an incredibly affordable price. Also, every once in a while, Primary Arms does some discounts on their website. Unfortunately, I can't really know exactly when they're coming up, so the best thing to do if you like this optic at the end of the video is head over to my campsite page. My campsite page is an aggregate site of all the best deals, and I'll leave a link directly to this optic over there because of, unfortunately, YouTube's policies. I can't link to this optic in the description below. Also want to give a huge shout out to Callaway Ballistics for donating the 5.56 ammo to help make this video. Without their support, it'd be really difficult to continue to prove out really awesome optics like this. They've got a code 704 Tactical for free shipping on ammo orders over $200, and they recently just dropped some prices on 9mm. But enough talking about all that. Let's talk about this optic. Now, why would you want a prism scope? And there are a few very specific reasons, but up until a few years ago, you really had to want one. Now, prism optics, especially with the release of this Primary Arms SLX1X, have revolutionized, in my mind anyway, what prism optics can do and what they can be used for. This one is truly a 1X power, so it looks like you're looking down a red dot even though you're looking through a prism. The other cool thing about this is inside the box, it has a ton of mounting solutions. So right off the bat, you are not really kind of pigeonholed into a specific mounting option. You can see all of the different mounting options for the offset cant, low profile, high profile. It really is pretty slick. It also has some really nice instruction manuals, a cleaning cloth, and you can see all of the mounting solutions in the box. So that is pretty slick that Primary Arms is including that. Now, we've already talked about this as truly a 1X, and when you look down it, you get a really crystal clear image with an etched reticle. We'll talk about the reticle in a later part of this review, but it is etched into the glass, meaning if the illumination is not on, you can still see it, and it turns out black. So on a bright day, you can actually use that. If you're going against a white or tan background, it really works out well. But if you want a little illumination, it's got about 13 brightness settings, which is pretty darn awesome. And it also has night vision modes. And on the 13 power setting, this truly is daytime bright. I took it out to the range on a bright sunny day, and I actually could use the illumination, and it worked out well. That's one of the first times I've ever seen a prism optic that's truly as bright as a red dot. Again, especially at this affordable price. So it comes in right at about $249. They also offer this in green, and this particular one is set up for a 5.56. Again, we'll discuss more about that in the reticle selection. One of the other things I want to discuss is the fact that the turrets are exposed but very protected. So you're going to have a good waterproof rating on this optic, which is going to be key if it's raining and something like that. It also has a 29,000 hour battery life on a medium setting, and it's auto on and auto off. Now, when you're first looking at this optic, you'll see a turn knob on the side. You're actually going to turn it on to whatever brightness setting you want. At that point, it remembers that brightness setting because it's set to that brightness setting. If it doesn't sense motion from what I've seen in a few minutes, it automatically turns off. The minute you pick it up, it automatically turns back on to whatever brightness setting you have it turned to. That is awesome. So for in a personal defense situation, you can immediately pick this up and it automatically turns on and you can engage your target. Especially at nighttime, or if you set this in a deer stand and you haven't moved the rifle and then you go to pick it up to go engage your target, it's going to automatically turn on and it's going to work out great. It's got a very streamlined design, and it's actually about half the size of their other compact 1X Prism optics. It's over 20% lighter. It also has this adjustable eyepiece on the back to really dial it in for your perfect eye. And then this also features the traditional benefits of other Prism optics of being really good for people with astigmatism. You get a really crisp and clear image. The other cool thing about this is almost in a bug out or doomsday scenario, if you can't have access to batteries or it goes dead, you can still use that etched reticle. So that is pretty darn awesome. This is actually one of my go-to kind of truck defense, car defense rifles. And this is going to be permanently staying on here. Another thing that I want to discuss is the eye box and eye relief. This is where truly Prism optics are limited. Eye relief is the distance away the distance that you have to be away from the optic itself to make out a clear sight picture. Just like a scope, a prism optic does have an optimal eye relief. And generally, it's slam up against this. If you ever shot with an ACOG or older style prism optics, you almost have to get your head lined up perfectly behind it, really close, and then you can get the proper eye relief. This has the absolute best, and I want to stress this, the absolute best eye relief and eye box I've ever seen on a prism optic, period. You can be slam up against the charging handle or all the way back here and actually still make out the sight picture. The eye box is insane. Your head can be up, down, left, right, side to side, and you can still make out your sight picture. This blows me away at just the glass clarity, the crispness of the reticle, the eye box, and the eye relief. I mean, this truly is just an impressive optic that almost has no negatives compared to a red dot. About the only negative I would say this with maybe an auto on standard red dot is a lot of times you can get a really nice red dot that automatically turns on for right at about 120, even down as low as $100. So you can save some money by going that route. But when you talk about that, just the overall durability, quality, and then the reticle system embedded in something like this, as well as the etched glass, that really is impressive and has a lot of advantages. So enough dancing around it. Let's talk about that impressive primary arms Cyclops Gen 2 reticle system. So you'll have the kind of the CQB of death in a chevron tip, which is what I really like to see. And this reticle is actually really large inside there, so you can easily use those ranging tools. And then you can see right here, I love what Primary Arms does. They don't leave any guesswork. It tells you exactly what round, exactly what barrel length, and then it tells you the BDC drop. So I'm actually shooting this off of a 14.5-inch barrel with a pinned and welded flash hider. So 50 and 200 yards is at the chevron tip. Then right in the center is going to be 300 yards, and at the bottom is going to be 400 yards. And then you can see that ranging tool, and that is going to be pretty cool because the auto range is the average center of mass, so 18 inches across. So it's going to tell you exactly, right? It's going to tell you exactly how far your average size person is away from you. That is pretty darn cool. And then it also gives you a shotgun pattern at 25 yards and then shotgun drop. So again, with all of those mounting solutions in the box to offset it closer, further away, up, down, left, and right, it really allows you to dial this in perfectly for whatever platform you want. And I want more of these. They also make one for the 9mm version. I need one of those as well, especially in the green. I think that would be cool. This is something I'm going to continue to use, try out on a wide variety of platforms. But this one is staying on this rifle because it's absolutely perfect. I love it. It's paired up nicely, and I am really, really excited to continue to shoot with this. And I'm really impressed with the quality, craftsmanship, and overall durability of it. I mean, I'm sounding like a broken record, but guys, once you look down one of these and once you get a hold of one of these, you'll realize Primary Arms has changed the game when it comes to prism optics, especially at that affordable price of about $250. I also want to give a huge shout out to Primary Arms for sending this over. I put in the request and almost immediately it was over to the channel, so that was really awesome of them. I really appreciate it. Again, unfortunately, I can't link directly to this in the description below, but I can link to my campsite page. That link will be an affiliate link, so it takes you right to there at no extra cost to you. And if you do use that link to start your purchase, it does help out the channel, so I'd greatly appreciate it. And again, a huge shout out to Callaway Ballistics for donating the ammo. Remember that code 704TACTICAL for free ammo or for free shipping on ammo orders over $200. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.